The 14th International Engine of the Year Awards were announced today at Engine Expo, which is held at the Stuttgart Messe, Stuttgart, Germany. The awards are decided by a jury of 87 of the world's most respected motoring journalists from 35 countries, each with a wealth of experience and knowledge of today's advanced passenger car, SUV and crossover engines. Volkswagen were triumphant in the 1 to 1.4 litre engine category, with its 1.4 litre TSI twin-charger power plant found in the VW Polo, Tiguan, the Audi A1 and A3 CNG, Seat Leon and Skoda Rapide and Yeti models, among others. This engine has now become the most successful in the awards' long history. It's rather apt then that the all-new EA211 TSI ACT VW engine family, featuring innovative cylinder deactivation technology and housed inside the 7th generation Golf, also claimed first place in the coveted new engine category. For VW, the TSI success continues from one generation to the next. Spanish motoring journalist Alvaro Soares Alonso says this TSI is destined to be a star. The Green Engine of the Year category was won for the first time by an alternative fueled engine in the shape of Fiat's 875cc two-cylinder turbo CNG engine, housed in the Fiat Panda, 500L, Lancia and Chrysler Epsilon. Fiat engineers opted for methane as the most technologically appropriate choice for reducing emissions, enabling them to realise a Euro 6 compliant emission level of 86 grams per kilometre of CO2 and impressive mileage figures which see a SO-engined Fiat Panda cover 340 kilometres fuelled with only 10 euros of methane. Fiat subsidiary Ferrari topped the tables in the above 4 litre and best performance engine categories with its F12 Berlinetta Heart, which enchanted judges with its head-spinning 740 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 690 Newton-meters of torque at 6,000 RPM. American automotive journalist Ken Gross described the unit as a power plant for the ages. At the other end of the scale, the victor in the sub-1 litre engine category was Ford's 1 litre EcoBoost engine. The unit offers performance comparable with larger, more powerful 4-cylinder power plants and high real-world economy, squeezing out 125 horsepower and 170 Newton-meters of peak torque, with combined fuel economy figures of 5 litres per 100 kilometres and CO2 emissions of just 114 grams per kilometre. BMW triumphed in 2 categories at this year's Engine of the Year Awards, starting with its 2-litre twin-turbo winning the 1.8 to 2-litre engine category. The twin-power turbo brings together a handful of BMW's powertrain technologies, including twin-scroll turbocharging, high-precision direct injection, Valvetronic fully variable valve control, and double Vanos continuously variable camshaft control. In the 1.4 to 1.8-litre category, BMW's partnership with PSA saw their jointly developed 1.6-litre turbo petrol engine win top honours for the 7th year in a row. This BMW PSA co-developed powertrain has been victorious in its class for 7 consecutive years, reaffirming the benefit of OEMs participating in joint ventures. Once seen as a highly unpredictable category within the International Engine of the Year Awards, having been won by no fewer than 8 car makers in the first 11 years of the awards, the 2 to 2.5 litre category has in recent times been conquered by Audi's RS engine technology, and in particular its screaming 5-pot turbocharged unit. The TFSI engine has now won this category 4 years on a spin, and for Gary Sang, one of the 3 jury members from China, it's a much-deserved victory. It will likely be remembered as one of the greatest 5-cylinder engines in the history of internal combustion technology. This year there's a new winner in the 2.5 to 3 litre category at the awards, Porsche's 2.7 litre flat-six DI engine, which powers the likes of the Cayman and the Boxster. Delivering 265 horsepower from 6,700 RPM from its flat-six setup, the engine can propel the Boxster from 0 to 100 km per hour in 5.5 seconds, while in the Cayman, the 6-cylinder realises an impressive 8.2 litres per 100 km fuel economy on the combined cycle, with CO2 emissions of just 192 grams per kilometre. US jury member Mark Norderloos was particularly impressed. Porsche's 2.7-litre flat six is yet another example of the brilliance of the naturally aspirated engine. McLaren Automotive's fabulous 12C supercar V8 took first place in the hotly contested 3 to 4-litre category. The McLaren M8 38T co-developed Ricardo engine tips the scales at just 199 kilograms and has had its power output increased for 2013 to generate 625 horsepower at 7,500 RPM. For Dan Carney, a freelance journalist in the USA, the package comes together perfectly. McLaren's V8 seems to manufacture power on an industrial scale, despite its compact size. Engines that are brilliant win the overall International Engine of the Year award, but it is only those that are truly great that win the overall gong back-to-back, and that's exactly what Ford's outstanding 3-cylinder EcoBoost unit has done. Ford's victory this year means that its 999cc charged firecracker has won no fewer than 5 awards in just 24 months. And with heavy scoring from the judges, the tiny motor secured a record final round tally of 479 points. It was clear that there was only ever going to be one winner this year. This is a truly remarkable engine, and the fact that it secured first place with such ease shows that our judges appreciate all the hard work that Ford's powertrain engineers have put into this project, commented Dean Slavnich, co-chairman of the International Engine of the Year Awards and editor of Engine Technology International.